I'm back. Guys, I'm back from my month-long trip in Kenya. And I couldn't be happier to be back where it all started, where it all happened. America. Guys, when I tell you it was like everything was fine like the first week. Literally start of the second week today. Everything started going downhill. My whole life started to unravel itself. I was like, geez, like, I'm back. I can't wait to be productive. I can't wait to live my life, actually make people proud. And then today happened, and I'm lost again. But let me tell you about my travels. I had an amazing time in Kenya. I I would like to say I had an amazing time in Kenya. I had no like problems. I had no hold on, there's popcorn on me. But yeah, there was no problems. I had the time of my life. I was going to see animals. I was going to visit family. I was yeah, that's pretty much it. Animals, family. Yeah. And I was eating a lot. So here's the thing. In the beginning week of Kenya, I was having a like my first week of Kenya, I was having a lot of self-doubts about myself. Just like the pressure of everything was weighing on me, and you can probably tell. I have been in Kenya, Nairobi, for about a week and some change, and the whole reason I'm here is because, mental health. If I'm being frank, mental health is the reason I'm here. Parents saw this like destructive cycle and was like, you probably should go to Africa. And I'm like, dang. Like, I felt like when I heard the news, I was like, should I? Should I go to Africa? Because everybody talks about Africa like this holy, like, everybody talks about Nairobi, Kenya, or like just Africa, going back home, like some like awakening where you awaken something in you, right? You just feel it. So I was like, I never had any qualms about going. So yeah, I'm here, and leading up to this trip, I thought this is gonna be good for me. I'm probably gonna change my whole lifestyle. I'm gonna see some things in me that I didn't see before, things like that. And now being here this week, nothing changed. Nothing changed. Surprise, surprise. But not in the way I was expecting it, honestly. Like, I thought as soon as I land, boom, day one, boom, my eyes would awaken. Something in me, I'll be the better version of myself. But no, that didn't really happen. I did have a few, realizations about myself. Like, I do have an attitude problem. And I know I have an attitude problem, like, in prior, trips or even back at home. Like, there were some days where I'm, standoffish or get irritable. But here it just really showed because I'm here with my mom. And how traveling with, how, parents be, it's just certain things. And I'm like, dang, how did you survive? I'm joking. That's kind of rude, actually. But no, it was like that, how did you survive in America? How did you survive being an immigrant, coming all the way here? Like, dang. But yeah, that's what I realized. I do have an attitude problem. I give attitude when I probably shouldn't. But there's times where I'm just so irritable, and if you do say something to me, I'm gonna crash out. And that's what happened yesterday. Yesterday I had a worse day, and I think everything combined of me eating, not eating in general, but when there's times where I'm eating too much sugar or unhealthily per se, I feel so shit in myself, and I kind of take it out on others, and that's what happened. I had this fucking boba drink, this tall Lotus cookie boba, Biscoff boba, I chugged it, and everything was a blur after that. I just remember I'm like, dang, can't live. There's this like fear in me that like, oh, I'm doing so good here. I'm going outside. I'm seeing the sun. But then when I go back, I'm going to revert to this cycle that I'm most comfortable in because I hate feeling uncomfortable. And I'm never going to change. And everybody's going to be so frustrated with me to the point where I don't deserve to live. That's basically how my mentality is. And I'm an all for one kind of girl. I If something doesn't go my way, I think of the immediate destruction of myself, which is kind of like really not good to think about. But I know like mental health. I know it's a big thing, and I know like I'm very like outspoken about like my mental health, and I know there's something like not necessarily wrong with me, but like, girl, stand up. But but like this like thing in the back of my head where it's like, dang, I'm really dramatic, you know? Where it's like, I can't do anything. But I don't know, I honestly don't know if it's the fact that it's like a vacation high. I didn't vlog anything because I was with my family, but you could probably tell where my mindset was at. Then, second week, it was acceptance. It was acceptance, it was bravery, it was lifelong dreams need to be achieved, something like that. Third week, it was having fun. I was having fun my third week. I was going to Mombasa. I was visiting Nairobi. I was outside. I got closer to my mom because we did share a room. Me and my mom did share a room. And basically, it was peace. Fourth week, it was excited to come back to America, counting down the days, um, motivation, and yeah, motivation, right? And when I tell you it was self acceptance in that second week, I think I said, um, it was self acceptance in me, in my body, in my mind. Basically, I always had insecurities about my weight, and I was definitely eating a lot in Kenya because that's where the self acceptance was. I wasn't scared to eat. I was picking my meals, stuff like that, right? The day This should have been the catalyst of how my life would be when I come back to America, right? The day I was leaving, I was at the airport. My mom was with me. The guy who was helping me with my bag checks, like my check-in and everything, he basically we were having key, bro. We were having a good time. We were chatting. We were like, yeah, I'm going back to my hometown. Like, he turns to my mom and he looks at me. He was like, is that your sister? I'm like, okay, you're trying to gas my mom up. I appreciate that, but that's my mom. That's my mother. And then my mom hears this. She's having a blast. She's like, oh, is it me who looks younger or her who looks older? And I told my mom, my second insecurity is looking older than how I am, because I always feel like I look totally older. People always tell me like, oh, I'm so mature, da da da. And I hate that. Like, I just want to look my age. Can that not be a thing? Can I not look 21? Because I am 21. um, yeah, he was like, he turned to my mother. He looked me up and down, first of all, and he turned to my mother and he was like, stop feeding her. And after that, after that sentence, literally the ringing came. And I knew self acceptance was not for me. No. What do you mean stop feeding her? Dang it. I knew it. Anyway, yeah. So when I got back, I was doing a lot. I was in the DMV, I was fixing things up. I was visiting my family here and my friends because I typically like to believe that I'm a deadbeat friend, family member, and sister and daughter. Right? So I was doing everything in my power to get on track. Right? First week, boom. I was so good. I was so good. I was outside every day. I don't have much to say. I literally just had a panic attack and I feel like my life is the same. The state in my room is the same. My looks are the same. Everything is the same. And in my panic attack, I applied for 5 jobs. Hopefully, one of them calls me back because in my literally last week, my first week back, I applied to 3 jobs. Because I was like, my standards are high. If I want a job for a long time, I would like to like the job that I'm working in. But no, I realized that's unrealistic. I'm being spoiled. Let me just get a fucking job. But yeah, that's the little update for today. Thanks for watching. Dang it! Stop feeding her!